I'm Orlando Jones, and I just want you to know that the Moana Nui Podcast will be starting soon. Stay tuned, yo.
I'm Veronica Taylor, and from myself and Ash Ketchum, I just want to say, Moana Nui, I choose you!
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in for the Moana Nui Podcast. I know you're probably saying, wait, y'all on Wednesday? Yes. Our sports segment is now moving to the second Wednesday of every month. So make sure you tune in and have that like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can know when we go live with our sports panel right here. Right before we kick everything off and I hand it over to our panelists, a couple announcements. A new Kickstarter just kicked off last week. It is for Captain Zero Into the Abyss, that the friend of the show Cosplays by Shinobi is a part of the crew that's making this happen for the second part of the series. This is going to go deeper past after the first film that they just did. But this one, oh my goodness, the lineup of the voice actors, because this is an animated series. They have Keith David, they have Angelica Ross, Zoli Griggs, Koti Galloway, Maran Toro. All of them are voice acting, voicing characters for this particular series. So make sure you go to the Kickstarter. Please look in your comment section so you can check out the Kickstarter, support it, and help them make their goal so they can make this this next film happen, and of course turn the entire both films into an animated series. So definitely give them a support with that for all Black heroes cast. So definitely make sure you support. Also, FSK Con is coming up. It is a comic event that has been growing since the inception of Freestyle Comics. That they're going to have art, comics, games, and more at a local school in Columbus, Ohio. It's a great event to geek out, learn more about future careers, and see characters that look like you. It is an in-person and virtual event, so join whichever is comfortable to you. It is free to attend in person. You can pay for the VIP packages to get the special goodies that come with it. So definitely keep up to date for the in-person and virtual panels and more for the event at the link in your comment on their Facebook Facebook event page. So you can be able to see all the panels both virtually or get the address of where to go in person to attend the convention. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring our panelists for our Geek Speak Sports up on the to the front, and I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to James so they can talk about these sports and everything that's been going on this last month. I'll hand it over to you, James.
Thank you, Dana. How's everyone doing this evening? Joy, Furious?
Doing great.
Pretty damn good, actually.
Cool. So hopefully I get this one right this time.
She already started it for you.
Right? There's no way you could mess this up.
I'm pretty sure there isn't, but somehow I'll still get blamed for it if it goes sideways.
It will be your fault.
Yes, such is my life. Such is my life. So a few things happened since the last time we were on air. NBA had its preseason. Not sure if anyone caught any of those. I did post some things in our chat group for us to see, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the world who follows basketball. Real quick, Victor Wembanyama, because tonight is the second night of the NBA season. It started last night with 2 games. I think there are something like 8 games going on tonight as we speak. My Washington Bullets, yes, I still call them Bullets, not Wizards, currently getting thrashed by 20 points by the Indiana Pacers. So nothing has changed for my Washington Bullets. They are constantly getting the crap beat out of them. But for Victor Wembanyama, if you all saw that clip that I sent you in the chat, or if you saw him play at all this preseason, thoughts as far as what you've seen and maybe expectations for this season, because there are some lofty goals for him. Curious. Other than he needs to eat something.
It's preseason, so I don't get excited over preseason.
Well, it's regular season now.
Well, no, but I'm saying, but the only thing I've seen of him so far has been preseason. So based on what I saw in preseason, okay, he's in the NBA. I'm sure he's going to do well, but we'll see how things we'll see how things play out when everybody is moving full speed.
Yeah.
And dudes with real size are posting him up because
like Giannis,
the
LeBron,
boy is I'm sure he's talented. He's amazing. He wouldn't be in the NBA if he wasn't talented.
Absolutely.
But when you compare that to an actual center or power forward with some meat and some muscle on him,
Jokic.
That he could work that to his advantage, because he is never gonna win if somebody tries to plant their feet and take the charge. They're gonna knock him on his ass every time. So. Yeah. He can always just run up and down the floor like he feels. Can't nobody really touch him, because if the minute they do, the foul is on him, because he's going to flail out. Not saying that he will flail like, LeBron. Flail like go flying like, Hadouken, because he weighs what, 80, 85?
He weighs 210 pounds.
Yeah,
but in basketball weight, that's like 85 pounds.
I mean, for his height, he is. Yeah. I mean, to be 7'4", I mean, that's basically Yao Ming.
Ridiculous. Yeah. What is in this water? What is he drinking?
France. He came from. Remember, he's from France, so that's where he's born and raised and played basketball his entire life. And again, he is only 18, 19 years old. So
he's gonna have to put on some weight if he's gonna truly be competitive.
I didn't realize he was that young. He might actually. I was thinking he was like 24.
Oh no! He's no.
He might actually put on some weight. He may still be doing.
It'll take time. It'll take time.
But 7'4". I mean, unless God just hates him, he's got to give him something to support all that muscle. Like, you can't do it with tendons alone. He's gonna have to gain weight.
He will eventually put on pounds, because the same knock was given to Kevin Durant when he was coming out of Texas, and Kevin Durant only spent 1 year at Texas when he came out. So he was 19 when he got drafted, and everybody looked at him, 6'10", 6'11", scrawny, frail kid. Pretty much in the same vein. Matter of fact, there was a post I saw about a week or so ago where they were showing some of the biggest stars in the NBA their first game, like the preseason photos they took before their first NBA game, and then preseason photos they took this year. And
I want to see Charles Barkley.
Oh no, this is current players.
I still want to see Charles Barkley. I saw that dude in the Publix. Probably getting chicken. I don't know what he was in there for, but he rolled in like somebody. Like, I wish I had looked down, because I promise you, in my mind, he had on socks and sandals. I don't
probably did, considering the Turner Studios is like a hop, skip, and a jump from you.
Yeah. So that's the thing about Atlanta. Nobody's ever really famous in Atlanta. We just be like, I see you. Saw you on TV yesterday. Don't nobody care.
Well, I mean, it's like I was watching the new show with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, and Ocho was trying to convince him to come to Atlanta for a weekend, a strip club going. And it's funny because Shannon was like, man, I can't do that because it's going to be on TMZ and this and that. And Ocho was like, man, no, it's Atlanta. It's Black Hollywood. They used to seeing celebrities. It's not going to be like that. And I'm just kind of like, he's right. You could walk out your door. Hey, let's escape down there. How y'all doing? And keep it moving.
What's up, T.I.?
Yeah.
What's up, Killer Mike? What you doing, man? Hey, man, I got here before Big Boy. Don't be serving him before me.
But in Shannon's defense, he is on ESPN at least 2 to 3 times a week. He kind of can't do that.
But at the same time, though, he kind of can.
I mean,
pole dancing should be a sport.
Actually,
it.
It has been discussed as an Olympic sport before.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised it didn't make the list for LA 2028.
I mean, all they got to do is use the same costume they use for the damn girls volleyball team.
It'd be on par. It really would be on par. Speaking of Olympics, the women's gymnastics solidified their national team that they're going to send. To no one's surprise, Simone Biles is leading the group because she won her 8th world championship.
Yo, how you pushing 30, come out of semi-retirement and whoop a whole new young generation ass? That's just great.
And then have the coach, and then have the coach of the German gymnastics team trying to what was she trying to do?
Put her foot in her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to put her foot in her mouth.
Because I think she essentially said something to the fact that her routines aren't even entertaining. She's only winning because of complexity.
That's what's entertaining about it, because no one else can do it.
Right. I'm sitting there
like, my fault. Y'all can't get like me. I mean, I had this discussion with a friend of mine. She was talking about the fact that Simone has like the little baby goat and stuff on some of her stuff. And, you know, she's embraced the idea of being the goat. And she's like, it just seems so, you know, brazen to me. And like, what if something goes wrong? It's like, if she trips and busts her knee tomorrow, she still holds all the records.
Right.
Yep.
She is the GOAT. Somebody might come along and be GOAT to point two, but when what's his name? Ooh, I feel bad for him. When Jordan was playing, Jordan was the greatest of all time. Time has passed. He retired. And he becomes the bar by which you measure yourself in the sport. And that is what Simone is. She is the bar by which, male or female, you measure yourself in the sport of gymnastics. So she is the greatest of all time.
Absolutely. I mean, most medals in competition, period.
Yeah.
I mean, no other gymnast has 8 different moves or routines that are just simply her name.
Other than the Pamchenko, which I think is fictitious and I made it up from an ice skating movie.
Probably.
But, yeah.
I think you were watching that Will Ferrell ice skating movie, weren't you?
Huh?
You were watching that Will Ferrell ice skating movie, weren't you?
No. This one was from way back when. And it's got it's white people. I can't remember that name. It was a really cute movie.
What did you call the move?
Pamchenko.
Okay, yeah.
Pamchenko bounce. But anyway, I'm sure it's in that movie about a hockey player turned ice skater. He gets an ice skating girl.
Yeah. Okay, I know the movie you're talking about.
It's a great movie.
Can't think of the title.
I am an example of what's wrong with America. I cannot differentiate reality and movies from movies. And so I'm sitting here comparing Simone Biles to actors.
Are we talking about the cutting edge from 92?
Yes, the cutting edge. Toothpick. Yes.
And I believe it's loosely based on a true story.
I don't care.
Might be, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember.
It probably was. But my point of all of that is I can't name another move named after a gymnast.
Exactly.
And the funny thing is you can't just say the Biles. Biles 1, Biles 2, Biles Prime.
Right. Depending on the event. Because she's got so many of them.
Biles the Greater, Biles the Lesser, Biles first of her name. Like, how many different moves does she have?
Biles the Destroyer.
Biles the Destroyer.
I mean, she might as well just walk up with an infinity gauntlet to the competition, snap her fingers, because half of the gymnasts are irrelevant. Let's be real.
Right. Biles, Eater of Worlds, Killer of Dreams.
I love the fact that she's done it. And granted, I don't know a whole lot about gymnastics, so I don't know the length of a gymnast's career.
Like,
but I love
5 years, like maybe 2 rounds in the
Olympics. Yeah, they go from about 14, 15 till about 22.
So as far as gymnastics is concerned, is she the old person? Okay.
She is, she's the old head.
Okay.
To be 30, she is the old head.
I think she's 28 technically, but still, you're 30. She's 28, but I mean, in gymnast years, that's like 55.
So she's done all this at that younger age and still has the rest of her life for whatever. That is amazing.
Remember, she runs her own gym in Texas, training facility.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
So women no longer have to worry about sexual harassment just to learn how to do a flip.
Well, I wonder how many Russian gymnasts we'll get that'll come to America and defect and try and go to her to train. I'm just saying, it's not like it's not like it's not known how the Russians treat their gymnasts.
It's not impossible.
That's not a secret.
Them and China.
Yeah.
Yo, I can see some Chinese people coming over to study with her, and it would even be a defection. They'd just be over here. Just, what do you call it? But you'd have to compete for the American team if you train with her. So that might be a little question.
And once they start reaping the benefits, they were like, "No, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back."
Right.
They
have. Have you tried this Talenti ice cream? I'm never going back.
There's a lady that I can't think of her name right now that I follow on TikTok, and she is from New Zealand, and her entire TikTok channel is about being here in America and the differences between America and New Zealand. I could definitely see gymnasts from other countries coming here, training with Simone and the other trainers at her gym, and we just start to see more and more, dude, they got this thing that we don't have, and I love it. I can't have all of it because I got to stay in training condition, but this thing is I can see it.
It's called Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Which, did you see they finally finished the one on Ponce?
No! Oh, I'm going.
It's open. It's open too.
I'm going. They're going to have hot donuts all day, every day for the first 3-4 weeks.
God. All right, so back to the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, sports.
So, Paris is getting breakdancing.
Yeah.
But
Los Angeles has flag football.
Is one and done. And LA in 2028 is getting flag football. Thoughts on either one of those?
Go back to the Paris getting breakdancing.
Paris is getting breakdancing, but it's one and done. This will be the only Olympics to have breakdancing this coming spring. Summer.
Oh, well, yeah, because people other than Black people do it now.
Oh, so, no. So, in case you haven't been following breakdancing over the last 20 some odd years,
you missed my point.
But the Japanese have been dominating.
What did I just say? People other than Black folks are doing it, so now it can be a sport. That was my whole point. Is that it's dominated by other countries,
Asian countries mostly.
I don't even hate on it. Like, it'd be one thing if they did it and they did it poorly. Koreans, Japanese be murdering those routines.
They do. Absolutely.
They put the work in. I ain't mad at all.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, we've all seen America's Best Dance Crew. We all remember the Jabberwockies.
Yep. My only complaint is that it's one and done. I want to see it get, I don't know what it takes for something to become a permanent competition in the Olympics, but I would like to see it get, maybe 3 to 4.
It's not just ticket sales, but it's just popularity of the event and how much of a draw it's going to be. So, yeah.
And, even though I said something that may sound like I'm, blaming the man or whatever, when I said now that people other than Black folks are doing it, it becomes a sport. But there's some truth to that. Yeah. Because why would you spend all this money to see somebody from Chicago compete against somebody from New York in the Olympics in Paris? You can catch that on home turf, right? Nobody's coming to see the Americans compete against the Americans to win bronze medal and bronze, gold, and silver, right? So now that you have other countries and it's actually an interplanetary competition, I can see them doing the same thing with pole dancing. That's river. You can do line dancing. Well, not line dancing. What's it called? River dance. Mm-hmm.
Are there any other dances that are Olympic sports?
No.
Okay.
And I would say that pole dancing takes more total body strength than river dance. So,
because
pole dancing has been on the docket for submission to the Olympic Games for at least the last 5 or 6 games.
Man, the things the things I see pole dancers do, I'm like, they may not look like they're exceptionally strong, but when you see what they do,
I saw this woman stand sideways on a pole with one foot wrapped around the back of the pole and one foot splayed down the side of the pole, and it was using basically her calf muscles to keep herself perpendicular to the ground, parallel to the ground, like 3 feet, 5 feet up. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm doing good to not fall off my shoes when I walk. And y'all think I'm kidding. And this woman is standing sideways on a pole using just her ankle bones.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's definitely
if Simone Biles comes up with a Biles pole dance, it's over. Over.
she's
I'm
she's not doing.
she's dominated gymnastics. Now she dominates pole dancing.
I'm
I
pretty
put
sure
up against P Valley. I want to see the P Valley girls in the first Olympics.
Lord.
Killing it. You know what? The thing is, pole dancing, like you can take the Cupid shuffle and you put somebody in a pair of pasties and a thong and put on some trap music and it becomes sexual. You know, so I feel the same way in the opposite direction about pole dancing. Like you take somebody who has on maybe a bodysuit or even something where they've got the right grips in the right places to make it easy for them to spin or whatever, and make it an act and show the actual athleticism instead of just showing the pasties and the thong, and you will understand that it's a sport. The distraction from a heterosexual male gaze is look at all that ass. But at the same time, you can bounce a cord off it because they are no body fat. If they're really good. I'm not talking about the girls who show up and don't shake nothing, wearing their older sister heels, trying to make some money for the weekend. I'm talking about actual athleticism. People that teach pole dancing classes and whatnot.
No, I've actually got a friend of mine that she takes pole dancing classes, and she sent me a couple of the videos of her and some of the other ladies in the class. Again, I mean, I live in Atlanta, so I'm no stranger to strip clubs. So I've always enjoyed seeing pole dancing, but seeing an actual structured class where they're focusing on this is how you do this move. This is how you do this move. It is, those women are like in amazing shape.
Amazing shape.
You have to be in some type of shape to do.
I've only done 2 pole dancing classes in my life. The first one was with my friends. We did it at my house because my ceiling was flat and we could actually install a pole for the lady to come teach us. And I got on that pole maybe 5 or 6 times over the course of an hour. I woke up the next day. I could barely drive because I couldn't lift my arms. Right. It was just, and then I took another one and it was in a studio where they had all the poles installed. And clearly I started off up front because I wanted to see myself. I ended. Let me go and get in the back because I don't need to see how I'm about to fall. I almost felt nothing is more embarrassing than trying to do the little jump where you spin around and failing and then looking like you're holding on to the pole so you don't hit the ground with your back first and you sideways with your knees out. It's ridiculous. When you have no actual upper body strength, it's damn ridiculous. And that's why I say these women, because I can't dribble. I can't run the ball down the field. I can't kick a goal. So yeah, I'm not athletic. And if I can't pole dance, it is an athletic event. That's what I'm saying. That's why I live in sport. Can I do it? If I can do it, nobody should get credit for it. If I can't do it, not even with practice, if I can't do it, that's a damn sport.
Oh gosh. All right. So flag football is for 2028, did get voted in because part of the NFL's initiative to grow the popularity of football apparently has worked.
I mean, all they had to do was give damn Kaepernick a job and they wouldn't have lost their base. I'm just saying.
True. But football is on the docket for the flag football, excuse me. Flag.
Is it a one and done or did they get multiple years?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
That's not fair. That is not fair. If they're gonna do one and done for breakdancing, they should do one and done for flag football. And then let us do it like America's Got Talent. Let people vote for what they want.
Apparently there are flag football leagues in like 30 some odd different countries around the world.
Oh, wow.
There's breakdancing competitions.
I understand. But again, like you said, the conservatism of the IOC, because they are a conservative leading group as far as how they vote.
Huh? I'm just talking a lot of noise because I'm in a good mood. So
I'd be willing to bet that those flag football leagues bring in some interesting money in those areas where they have it.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be both men and women. Surprisingly, the last World International Competition for women was not won by America. Which is
anyone
weird.
Surprised by that?
Yes, I am, considering let's put it this way, for the 4 major sports here, I should say 3 of the 4, softball, basketball, hockey, our women do dominate internationally.
Well, I'll say this, and again, America as a whole, we do not dominate these sports the way that we used to.
No, I'm talking about the women. The men, no. The women, yes, because you have to remember the women have had about a 20+ year head start on other countries as far as sports in general, outside of track and field, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outside of track and field, the women here in America have had a huge head start. I mean, women's college basketball wasn't a thing until the late 70s. Hey, Qiana, how you doing?
How you doing?
Which Zoom meeting is this?
So flag football, for me, yeah, a little bit of a shock that American women didn't win. Kind of like American women didn't even get to the medal round of the World Cup.
Well, James, I look at it this way. I won't say most sports. Your major sports here in America all start out with you being a quote unquote amateur playing in your local rec league, then you're quote unquote an amateur in college until you make it to the pros if your sport has a pro level. These sports in the rest of the world, there's no such thing as amateurs to them. They start out getting paid in these sports. So for them, there's a little bit, my perception, I should say it that way, because I don't know for certain, I don't live in those countries, but my perception is that for them, it's a little bit more of a dire situation. So they have to put in more work and more effort, because for so many of them, I got to get this money. And don't get me wrong, for a lot of people here in America as well, I got to get this money, but that's not your initial reason for going into that sport. You go in it because you love it. But when you compete against somebody who went into this thing because of the money, initially for the money, I personally think there's a little bit of a difference in how much effort goes in early and in the beginning.
Fair enough. I will say that NFL players have been chopping at the bit because a lot of them, both current and former, are trying to keep in shape until 2028 so that they can play for America in flag football.
Damn.
Right. Trust me, they have already. George Kittle, Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Diggs,
Joy's baby daddy,
Justin Jefferson.
Marshawn can't play flag football.
Marshawn will be like 46, 7 by the time 28 rolls around. I'm like early 40s at least.
But
I bet that dude could still
he knocks people down. It's a touchless sport. He's not going to be in there.
He could be the commentator for all I care. Because
I would love to hear him
call
everybody from every country the N-word. It'd be hilarious.
That part would be a little problematic, I think, for some of the viewers.
For the Russians,
Yikes.
Because he would.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's part of his charm.
Yeah.
Charm. Okay. That's what we call it. Charm.
Yeah. Well, what would you call it, James? I'm interested in knowing.
Flair. I don't know.
I think that's just him. I think that's just who he is.
It is.
This is why I say this. These little short episode things that are on Prime, Amazon or whatever, when he is in Houston, like I literally cried tears laughing at this man. We're laughing. This is just
who he is.
He is. It's just genuinely. It's not improv. It's not rehearsed. It's not anything. This is genuinely who he is. And I find that to be very authentic.
Yeah.
And to me, he's never gone off the playbook.
No, because there is no playbook because it really is him. And he is hilarious. I love him to death. I love the fact that he went from being grossly misunderstood to being embraced and then we came to understand why he acted the way he did before. And it's like, oh, I get it. And then he started giving people a peek behind the curtain. Like, I really am nice. He stayed mic'd up on the field. Like, I'm gonna go get these turkeys and chickens to all my people back home. And then what was that thing he said? You got to count to watch the chickens or whatever. Just talking crazy. And then he was worried that people would think that he was dumb because of the way he talked, until we found out he was smart. And then we heard him talk more and realized he just talks this way, which was probably the safest and the best way to do it. I wish he wouldn't have had to feel like that for a while, but I love him to death. And one day I'm gonna meet him. Mm-hmm.
He's also very observant. Like he's sitting back in the cut. And he's very strategic. He's watching people, seeing how they move. Very, very, very smart guy. But if nothing else, like I said, I would enjoy the commentary. It's like listening to Snoop Dogg narrate National Geographic.
Yo, Snoop and Marshawn as commentators. Yo,
no.
Yes.
I mean, for a league here in America, yes.
No, I want them international. No. I want them international.
At least let them comment on the replays. You know,
they can just put it in other.
Oh, my
God. Remember when Marshawn was still playing and they were in Mexico City and he didn't stand up for the national anthem, he stood up for the Mexican.
Yes, I love that. That was freaking awesome. I think he was with the Raiders then when that happened.
He is a mess.
And I love that he did that.
Classic.
Classic
awesome.
Marshawn. That's my baby.
Candaysee's not with us tonight. But I would be remiss if I didn't bring up the Las Vegas Invitational, aka the WNBA Finals.
Not the Las Vegas International.
The Las Vegas Invitational. Yes, that's what it was. Look, there was no doubt in my mind that the Las Vegas Aces were not going to win the WNBA Finals. Their second championship in a row, the first team to repeat since the Sparks almost 20 years ago. And now only the third team to do it, the Sparks, and the Comets, who unfortunately no longer exist. Right. But Asia Wilson was MVP of the series. The Liberty did make it competitive in games 3 and 4. They ended up winning game 3, and it was only a 1-point victory for the Aces in game 4. So congrats to the Liberty for, putting up some fight in the final 2 games. I will say that.
You made it good.
I mean, because they showed up at the end. I mean, at least they finally showed up, because in the first 2 games, they had the brakes beat off. I mean, 20 and 30-point deficits is nothing to laugh at. I mean,
it's demoralizing. Yeah.
So for them to actually win game 3 and then only lose by a point in game 4, yes, congratulations to them on a good season. Probably not to their liking because they didn't win the title, but the Aces, I don't think there was doubt much outside of Vegas that they were going to win. They have a stacked roster of players, and Candace Parker, one of the best players ever, was injured and didn't even play in the damn series. Right. So imagine if she was there.
No, they didn't beat them with the scrub.
Trust me, they had I think 3 of their starters were all-stars, so they didn't have. I mean, it wasn't just also ands on that team. I mean, they again stacked the roster from top to bottom. There's no holes in that roster whatsoever. So I'm looking forward to them trying to run it back again next season.
I think they're awesome. I would love to party with Joy. Are you okay?
I'll be right back.
Oh gosh.
Somebody in her house? Wait now. I ain't for the scary movie stuff.
Hey, just let me know if I need to get over there.
Goodness
gracious.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. I'm posting something on Twitter right now. It sure would be nice if at Money Lynch and at Snoop Dogg were flag football commentators for the 2028 Olympics. And I'm atting the Olympics.
We're gonna make this happen. I love it.
We're gonna make this happen.
Good luck with that. Hope it works.
Joy, my TV just turned itself on. And that's ghost. I had a ghost in my house, y'all.
I thought there was a whole person
or Alexa that turned on your TV.
I don't have Alexa.
Okay, then Siri did it.
No, I don't know what happened. It just
put that man out and tell him to go home.
Wow.
He left.
Okay.
Joy probably put him out before the call started. She's like, you got to go. I got stuff to do.
I've been pulling that Jay-Z. I just think you'd be more comfortable in your own home.
Call you an Uber, sir.
Joy ain't even calling them no Uber. She's just putting them out.
The shuttle goes right to the train. It's free.
Oh.
Okay, so Joy has a poltergeist. Put out some milk and cookies for it. Maybe it'll go away. On to the next house.
I'm sorry for being disruptive. I apologize to our watchers, our viewers.
Why?
Oh, gosh, Qiana, what you got for this week to discuss?
Does it have to be non-NFL related?
It can be anything right now, because the only other thing I want to talk about was the way that Colorado got their butts beaten. I can wait.
I am officially over the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce ordeal.
Oh,
I'm so
however, I hate the fact that I have to respect the way that this mofo pulls people. I don't hate Taylor Swift. Some of her songs is a bop, but it's just something about her and her presence.
Annoying.
It's annoying, but it's fascinating to me the way she continues to pull in money. Like anything she has on, it's sold out by the end of the evening. Like I don't even know what the hell she was wearing last time, but whatever it is gone. So I can look at that in a respectful way. It's still annoying, like you said, James, but then it's also back to, can I please just see the game? Show her once, that's it. But just this continued having to look at her jumping up and down and the mom.
It's the Swifties. Just like Beyonce has the Beehive, I call Taylor Swift fans Swifties.
Yeah, they're the Swifties.
I'm very well versed with those people as well.
Well,
please go away.
Well, the first way you can avoid that is don't watch the Chiefs, because every time the Chiefs score, they're going to show her. Whether Travis Kelce caught the touchdown or not, they're going to show her. That's all I got. Don't watch the Chiefs.
So I just want to be in the room when they break up in the song that she writes.
Right.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Now, I will say, I used to listen.
Let's think about what the title of that song would be.
Oh God.
Something, it has to be something football related.
Pass interference.
Oh,
pass interference.
Flag on the play.
Yes, flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
That's the name. Flag on the play.
Illegal motion.
Kelce, you're dead to me. I'm telling you. There you go.
Wait, has she ever actually called out by name any of her exes in her songs?
No, because the song comes out so fast after they break up. You know who it was.
That you know the song is about.
They all have their own song.
Gotcha.
John Mayer, I think he got done the dirtiest, I think.
Yeah, the John Mayer song is like, there's no mistaking that's about John Mayer.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was an even trade. He did her pretty dirty, though.
So.
Did he? I don't follow John Mayer, so I didn't know.
Well, as an Eagles fans, the only Kelce and Swift I care about is Jason Kelce, our center, and Swift, our running back. So that's the only Swift-Kelce connection I care about in the NFL, because it's actually working.
I was going to say, how's it working out for you? Good.
I mean, we're 6-1, so no complaints. As long as they keep giving Swift the ball and he can run behind Kelce, that's cool.
That's the game plan. I hear you. Okay.
That letdown against the Jets, I won't talk about too much, because what the hell?
Oh boy!
Don't nobody care that y'all are 6-1.
Well, at least our quarterback ain't fumbling in the red zone 3 times in a row.
Jesus.
And at least he knows who his receivers
run
are.
into that.
So I don't say nothing.
That's why I ain't saying shit.
You know what?
At least my team drafts a player in the top 10 and actually uses him. Where's
you know
Robinson?
But you know what?
Where's your running back? You drafted this running back 10th overall, and I ain't seen him play yet this season.
Yes, you have.
He is a top 10 player. This dude has not even been on the field for 50% of the damn snaps.
We also have a rookie quarterback.
Joy.
No, you don't. Desmond Ridder is not a rookie.
No,
Joy. Hey sis, you want to see a dead body?
Desmond Ridder is not a rookie.
As far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, he is
with the same OC and head coach.
Rookie.
He is not a rookie.
He had 4 games last season.
Ooh.
4. That's preseason. That's preseason.
He looked like he's still playing preseason right now.
This is his first. He's a quarterback drafted in the 3rd round, James. What do you expect?
I mean, my quarterback was drafted in the 2nd round. He went to Super Bowl last year. What's your point?
You know what?
Your quarterback has been unloaded in the
Who's your quarterback again, James? Who's your quarterback?
Oh.
Where did your quarterback come from? Didn't your quarterback come from a football producing university?
I mean,
shut up.
So you're saying that my GM, unlike yours, has competent IQ to scout talent?
Wow.
Okay.
Really?
No,
Is that what we're going to do?
No. I mean, you walked into that. You're the one who walked into that.
We don't need no timeout. James is just happy that his team drafted a quarterback from a football producing university. Absolutely. You deserve the kudos for that.
I mean, what? We did the same thing.
Wait till he fuck up, though. Wait till you're talking all this shit right now. Wait till he fucks up.
He's not wrong.
Y'all till he fuck up. Wait till he
And
fucks
then
up.
all the
hold
harder they
on.
fall, bro.
We've
Wait
already
till he
fucked
fuck
up. We
up.
lost to the Jets. we lost to the damn Jets.
Wait up. Okay, just wait till he fucks up.
And their MILF-loving quarterback.
You know what?
Ooh.
What? Zach Wilson loves the MILFs.
Ooh.
Zach, it is not.
Wait, I need a backstory on that. I'm
Zach
not familiar.
Wilson had come out either his rookie season or his second season and admitted that while he was either a senior in high school or early in college, he was messing around with a teammate's mom.
Oh yeah,
Ew.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Ew.
he came out and said that,
This
which is
Chris
why
Hansen with
which is
Dateline.
why
That's a
people
predator.
keep making MILF jokes about him.
Yikes.
Right, because it's not untrue. Now, the kicker was during their bye week this past week, he posted a photo of his current girlfriend, and she looked to be about the same age as him, but no one believes that they're together.
You better
If she
ask
looks
your
the same
mama.
age as him, she's damn near 40.
Well, I say you need to ask this girl's mama. Are you a real girlfriend? Ma'am.
So yeah, that's the thing with Zach Wilson. That's why he's called the MILF-loving quarterback.
Ugh. Give me the creeps, man. Ugh.
Look, he's got to find his own Stella.
Never mind. I was gonna say
I
no.
don't care. No,
Get your boy.
that's your friend.
He's not my friend.
That's your friend.
I don't know.
Both broke up with the man at the same day. You heard it here first. This ain't
Oh my
done with you.
gosh, Furious, what you got this week?
My Braves disappointed me to no end.
Oh.
I'm just sorely disappointed in Atlanta sports as a whole right now. I mean, the best thing I can say right now is the Hawks haven't lost a game yet.
Are they playing tonight?
They're actually playing tonight. They're playing the Hornets, and we're down by 2.
I
Oh,
can't
so there's still time.
We're down by
stand
2.
you, man.
We're down by 2. Damn. We're down by 2 to the Hornets right now.
Has
So
hockey
again,
season started?
We don't have a hockey team anymore. Our hockey team is now in
Hartford.
Yeah, thank you, Connecticut.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Oh, the
Nobody
Thrashers have
was
been,
looking because nobody was looking.
the Thrashers have been gone for a long time.
I was about to say,
I
at least
did
a
not
decade.
realize that.
Yeah, it's been about a decade.
They've
Yeah.
been gone for
I'm
almost 10
sorry.
years.
Not hockey. I meant soccer.
Oh,
the
MLS?
United.
The United. Are they
Yeah.
in the playoffs? I can't remember if they're in the playoffs or not.
I actually haven't been paying that much attention to
And that's
them
a
this
shame
season.
because they might be the one good team that Atlanta has at the
Don't
moment.
they have a
They've
championship?
won championships and we just don't be giving them enough love, man.
I mean, Atlanta United is Atlanta United is the best sports franchise that Atlanta has right now. They really are. Granted, the Braves won the World Series in 2021. That was wonderful to see.
That was 10 years ago.
The math ain't mathing, girl.
In
Make it
COVID
make
years,
sense.
that was like a decade ago.
Joy, I think we
In
may have
COVID
to talk to your school about your degree because that math ain't mathing.
I was a chemical engineer.
There's math involved in chemistry, ma'am.
Right.
It's in the curriculum.
But Atlanta United is the best franchise that we've got right now, and I have the unfortunate time some days of driving past the stadium on my way home, and the fans for Atlanta United games come out like nothing I've ever seen in Atlanta. Because I always say Atlanta is not a true sports city, but the Atlanta United fan base, they are dedicated. Yep. They are everywhere. And yeah, I've driven past the stadium on Falcons game days, and I've driven past the stadium on Atlanta United game days. It's always worse traffic on Atlanta United game days.
Yeah. The spot I normally go to during homecoming week to meet up with my friends before we tailgate on Saturday. A couple of years when the United were in the championship round, that crowd has spilled out into the spot we were hanging out at and joined us for homecoming shenanigans. Because they're just looking to continue partying no matter what the United have done, whether they want. They're just looking for the next good thing to happen. And they just happen to, some of them walk from, the stadium to wherever they're going to home, and where we're hanging out just happened to be nearby the stadium. And they were just like, oh, y'all taking shots? Can we have some?
And James, you've been to Falcons games, so you know how the fans are when the Falcons are losing.
Yeah, they leave at halftime.
When Atlanta United is losing, they are still there until the clock hits 00.
It's different though, because soccer can turn around in less than a minute. True. All it takes, it's simple. Like when you're down, you're right. When you're down by like 20, 30 points, you ain't coming back. You know, when you're down by 3 touchdowns with a minute left, or if you're down 20 at the halftime, ain't nobody staying. But when it's 3-1, and we still got 5 minutes on the clock, you could come back and win that game.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so
I just think soccer is just a different sport on its own, and those fan bases, it's a lot of people, international people, and they are like diehard, hardcore. It's exciting to be in the midst of it, even though I don't know what's going on. I eventually figured it out, but it's always a good time. But that is just a completely different type of fan base.
Yeah,
Q, are you in Dallas Fort Worth still?
Yeah,
I'll be there. I'll be there after Christmas.
Okay, I'll be here. I'll still be here. Damn Cowboys fans.
And James, yes, they are in the playoffs. They play on Wednesday, November 1st against Columbus.
Okay.
Look at that.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yep. And it's on me because I don't know that much about soccer, but when I watch, I love watching because it's
you know, I'm gonna give you some relationship counseling right now, Furious. Baby boy, you've been in an abusive relationship with the Falcons. And right here, right under your nose, is another team that is doing so well. They're honorable, they win, and they're looking for love. They're looking for the love from the fans like you. You don't know nothing about them. You friend zoned them before you even got to know them really well. You know, just go let's go out one time, go to a game one time, and
take them on an ice cream date.
Yes, go on an ice cream date with the United and see if it doesn't feel better than the gaslighting you be getting from the damn Falcons every
and the Braves year. And the Hawks.
I think you don't have anything to lose, and if nothing else, you'll learn more about the sport.
Exactly.
I think it's a great opportunity.
Release yourself from the bonds of oppression.
Get out of that situation.
Narcissistic relationship with the Falcons to keep lying to you about how great they are and breaking your heart and then telling you it's your fault.
I suggest you take it.
Oh my goodness. But I love them.
No.
You can't love them.
Black women have spoken.
But I love them.
You can love them from a distance over at the soccer game. Still love them.
What happened to James? I love that he got frozen like this.
Right?
He wasn't about to fight.
No, what do you mean I'm frozen? I'm still crap.
You're back now. You're back.
Yeah, but you did freeze up.
You were like
goody.
For like a minute. But for real though, Furious, free yourself. You got an air fryer, a car. You ain't got to take this.
and I got my own place to live.
And you got your own place to live. You ain't got to just take anything from the damn
direct deposit and everything, and you out here just getting
moving on. Joy, do you have anything?
Wait, hold on, Jay. But Joy, the funny thing is I keep saying every year, the second I turn my back on this franchise and walk away, that's when they get good.
It's not gonna happen this year. I can help you out. It's not gonna happen this year.
He ain't gonna never love you, girl.
Hey, y'all. He gonna cry in the car.
I ain't gonna make it to the call.
Oh gosh.
Oh God. Oh God.
Joy, do you have anything for discussion this week?
I'm gonna need y'all's help because I'm the one that should not. I'm always the one doing their own thing, not like the others who shouldn't be here. Because
you Leroy Jenkins the whole show.
Yes, and I don't even really follow sports, so I don't know how I got on the show, but I have a good time and I appreciate hanging with y'all. But I will tell you, I think baseball is the boringest shit that I've ever seen. I don't even care. Like when the Astros are an amazing team, and I just be like, oh yeah, okay, they won. Oh, that's good.
She did that when we were in Costa Rica. I'm like, Joy, the Astros she said, they playing?
They're playing. She's like, they just won the World Series. I was like, oh, word. Oh,
it was in English and everything.
That's so nice. Pass me margarita though.
Right.
Ooh, the Diamondbacks beat the Phillies. That's what I like to see.
Yes, the Diamondbacks
I
did
thought
win
that
7.
series was over with.
No, the Phillies choked. It went to a game 7, and then they choked again.
Oh, it's not a loss.
Wow.
That's funny.
Yes.
But what I was going to say is I need your help. There's a baseball team, and I know I've sent y'all these reels before. They be cutting up. It's not a major team.
It's the Savannah something. Give me a second.
Yeah.
No, everybody go to the Google.
What team is that?
Right. It's a minor league baseball team.
Savannah Bananas.
Yes. Yep. Savannah Bananas.
The Savannah Bananas is the most entertaining baseball event that I've ever seen in my life. And if they expanded and had baseball more like that, if I could see an umpire shake it a little bit and do a little twerk, if I could see them come out the stand singing a song, it's like I feel like it's where all of the theater kids went to go play sports. It is hilarious. And they look like they're having fun. You talk about a family-friendly game. The Savannah Bananas. It's fun because you're going to enjoy it. Even like me, if you really just can't even fathom sitting through 9 innings of anything, but they're making it fun at every turn. You never know what's going to happen. The spontaneity, even if it's all playing, it looks spontaneous. The spontaneous dances that they break out when, the way they be like tricking people at the mound, it almost makes me feel like they are the Harlem Globetrotters.
That's what I think about. Yeah,
baseball. I would watch that. I would pay money for that. And if I ever go to Savannah, I'm going to go when they're playing so I can see a real game. But that's all I have to add because, like I said, I don't follow sports. I'm just here to talk trash to y'all.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
So wait, so the World Series, it says the Rangers and the Diamondbacks?
Yes.
Yep.
And here's the funny thing about the Rangers and Astros series. The road team won all 7 games. I don't know how the home team ain't win 1.
That's a Houston thing. That's a Texas thing.
Well, the whole series was in Texas. It was Texas versus.
It's a Texas team thing. So both of them are doing it. It's not well documented, but it is known, like Game of Thrones. It is known in Texas that the Texas teams will play down to whoever they're playing. And they will overestimate their home court advantage. So they blow a lot of home games, which is why it's hard to love them because you're playing on your home turf and getting beat by the visitor, and they all do it. And if there's a team that hasn't won a game all year, a Texas team will lose to them because they show up hungover from the night before because they didn't take it seriously because like, oh, everybody beat them. We're just going to go ahead and phone it in. And, oh, shit, we lost. That happens enough for it to be talked about in barbershops.
Well, yeah. That's
funny
true.
you mentioned that. Because the Houston Texans play the Carolina Panthers this week, and the Panthers are the last team in the NFL that is yet to win a game.
They'll win.
And both these teams have rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I bet. $5 says they beat the Texans. That's why I don't follow sports, because I'm from that state.
Gosh.
I still haven't forgiven the Oilers for moving to Tennessee.
There's a lot of people still holding on to that. That's fascinating to me.
Insult to injury, the Tennessee Titans are wearing Houston Oilers throwbacks this Sunday.
Oh, that's just disrespectful and funny. At the same damn
You know
time.
what? This will be how the next Civil War starts. That's right there. Because a bunch of backwater people from East Texas, they ride now. They see that. Oh, it's home. It's home. Remember where you were when the world ended.
Oh man. I had a couple of things, both football related. Since the last time we talked, the Colorado Buffaloes college football have only won 1 of their 4 games. They were 3-0 the last time we chatted. They're now 4-3. And the last game they lost, they were winning at halftime 29-7. 8-0 and lost in double overtime 46-43.
Defense,
it was so laughable that I think I sent you out a clip of Kenan Thompson SNL the next night doing a sketch in which he was impersonating Deion Sanders. He said, and I quote, "I left at halftime because I swore we was going to win the game. I woke up the next morning and found out like y'all did."
Pretty much.
Because the game really did go well after midnight. It was a 10 o'clock start. I don't think the game ended till about 2 a.m. East Coast.
You know what? That I'm gonna tell you why that's on brand for them. Because Prime was the type of guy that would hold the ball out and like stadium skip into the end zone, and he fumbled that a couple times. You thought you had it in the bag, and you saw the grandstand.
If he was holding the ball out, high step and everything, it was at the 20, and nobody was within 10 yards. I mean, yeah, he did that, but he never fumbled doing that.
You're messing up my story with your facts. Shut up. I had a parallel.
I get what you're saying.
You ruined it with truth.
The bravado and mystique that he exudes has rubbed off on his team negatively, and
but they haven't earned it.
They haven't earned anything, and yeah, a lot of their games, because unfortunately they've played down to their competition every single game. I think they've only beaten one team by double digits, this season so far.
Remember when Cam Newton and them went to the Super Bowl for the first time, and they was cutting up and doing dances and shit, and they was losing. I remember this thing because this had just come out, and some dude made a touchdown in the Super Bowl. You never know if you're gonna get that chance again. So he's like, he's all on the camera. They lost hard, and then they had the nerve to interview poor little immature Cam after that in his sundress or whatever.
Well, you hosted that Super Bowl party at your house. You remember?
We sure did.
We all are just bust out in laughter.
Yeah,
this a bitch. Like, oh, well.
And that's another thing. I just throw a Super Bowl party every year, not because to watch the commercials. I don't care who's playing the commercials and the halftime show. I can tell you all the halftime
to the Beyonce concert.
Oh God!
Yo, was that the Beyonce Bruno Mars year?
Yeah.
Yo, that was a great halftime show.
It was good.
Well, this year's
Usher. Usher going home with a whole stadium full of pregnant women.
Wait a minute.
It is Usher this year.
And
right now, there's a clip going around from one of his concerts, I guess, where he had a stripper pole on stage, and the young lady walks out, and everyone is pretty much posted this thing saying Usher better bring her to the Super Bowl with him.
Yeah, that's he's done that while he's been on tour, and that whole Vegas residency. Just, I don't think you could do that. Don't do that. Don't bring out Delicious. Everybody.
Why not?
You know how this is gonna go. It's gonna be this Janet Jackson.
So I'm about to say the Janet Jackson.
She starts off naked.
Thank you, Joy. Thank you.
You know what? She can come out there in like boy shorts and a sports bra and do her whole routine.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
You know what's going to happen.
Even in a sports bra, she is still half naked.
Not any more naked than the cheerleaders on the side.
Exactly.
I agree with you. We're not saying we don't agree with you.
Right.
But you know how this goes.
Right. It's racist. They just mad because she got a don't. They don't know how to handle it.
All the grandpas having all the texts. What is this on my TV?
If she was gluteally impaired, they wouldn't have no problem with her
impaired.
Oh God!
The Sun Dodger. Who said that?
Gluteally impaired.
Gluteally impaired. Yes.
The
only thing I got is and
that goes right up there with Sun Dodgers.
Yeah, who said Sun Dodgers? Who came up with that?
I don't know, but
actually him. That would
be me.
I love that.
That would be me. That one is mine.
I love that.
He came up with it, but I have used it more on numerous occasions. How do you not use Sun Dodgers?
Sun Dodgers, that's great. That is great.
The melanin deficient.
That's my contribution to the universe.
There you go.
Dodgers.
The melanin impaired.
Right. That could be a team in the future. You know, Belgium Sun Dodgers.
Instead of the Atlanta Black Crackers, the Atlanta Sun Dodgers. I'm
add somebody for that. That's the next team. Whatever we're gonna get. If it's a breakdancing team, no, not the breakdance. They will not be the Sun Dodgers. But, get a hockey team again. It could be the Sun Dodgers.
So I don't know if y'all saw the other clip that I sent in the chat recently. I know it was from ESPN, and yes, it has Stephen A. Smith, but the background to that clip involves Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons. So Micah Parsons has a podcast like many other athletes because they want to take agency of their own narrative and say what they believe is their truth without the media construing or disorienting their viewpoints and, you know, what they think about their play in the sport in general. So Micah Parsons went on the podcast and basically said that, you know, blasting the media across all networks, ESPN, NBC, Fox Sports, all of them, saying that when the Cowboys lose, there's always a lot of chatter, stay in your mouths about how inefficient and inept they are. But when the Eagles and the 49ers lose, y'all don't come with the same energy, keep the same energy. Then fast forward to that Sunday night game a couple of weeks ago when the 49ers beat the brakes off the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons avoided the media the entire week until they played the Chargers. Like literally did not talk to the media at all until they played the Chargers the following Monday night and won that game. And then had words to say again, but you can't disappear from the limelight of your friend. I mean, you play for a franchise that has dubbed itself America's team. No one else calls Dallas America's team outside of Dallas.
You're right.
Well, but remember how that got started, though, James.
I'd
rather not.
How did that get started?
That was an actual inside NFL kind of thing. They were looking for a team to be before Dallas became America's team. The title of America's team was up for grabs. I don't remember if it was the owners or some other group within the NFL, but they were deciding that America's team was going to be the next big NFL marketing push. Now, I don't know why other teams declined it. I don't know why Dallas accepted it, but Dallas decided we will take on the moniker of America's team. And to me, if you're playing for America's team, there's a certain expectation.
Not that you're going to have a record.
Right. And it's not that you're going to win.
Isn't that America, though? Like, don't they kind of represent the real America? Bunch of drug addicts and pedophiles and murderers and
I was about to say, you two grew up in Texas, so y'all know what Dallas has done on and off the field.
I'm talking about America. I'm talking about Congress now.
What's the difference?
That's my point.
So yeah, Michael Parsons got upset about that, avoided the media, of course, caught flack from all media outlets because he avoided them for the entire week after they got the brakes beat off him.
As well as he should have.
And, you know, and then I find it funny because a day or two ago, he's back on his podcast and he literally said the Eagles are the best team in football. Now, I don't know how he got to that point, but there is genuine bloodlust hatred between Eagles and Cowboys.
Of course.
He lost a bet.
I will never admit Dallas being the best team ever. I didn't even call them the best team in the league when they won 3 Super Bowls when I was in high school. I refused.
There's just certain teams you can't say good things about as a healthy rival.
And I refuse to say, I will say bad things about them. I will say neutral things about them. I will say even good things about them, but to laud them as greatness, never.
Right. Like there's a particular team I will never have anything good to say about. That's just the way that it is. It's to be expected.
Y'all should take my unconscious bias class. I'll talk about this.
No.
Irrational hatred.
No.
It's not irrational. It's not irrational.
I hate Dallas and I hate Washington.
Why?
So wait, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Back to old boy and his podcast. So he just basically, no, for real, like, so he dodged the whole fact that he dodged the amount.
Yes.
of emotional immaturity.
Yes.
That is on display
Mm-hmm.
is absolutely absurd and ridiculous to me.
Very much so.
But the thing about it is, he just can keep it moving. I'm not saying burn the man at the stake, but I really do think a season of accountability just needs to occur. And
accountability from an athlete? Accountability from an athlete? What?
And especially Dallas players at that. Because going into that Frisco game, they were talking cash shit all week. Like, this is the game we prove ourselves. This is the game we prove we belong.
Well, they proved something.
That they don't belong in the same field with the 49ers is what they proved.
And it's not just that. There are lots of other things where Dallas has decided we're going to segment ourselves away from everyone else. And it's just I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys. Like jersey sales. If I buy a Falcons jersey, 30 other teams in the NFL get a piece of that money. The one team who doesn't, the Dallas Cowboys. They have decided we're not participating in that. So like Dallas keeps doing things to themselves. I don't know what it is about that franchise, but they just do shit to themselves.
They've been put on a pedestal so much and so high that it's like we are literally just going to do whatever we want. You know how one of these Texas governors one time was talking about separating Texas from all the other states in the country, that kind of foolishness. That's some shit the Cowboys be doing.
Because
they're going to make up stupid stuff to do.
It's a trickle-down effect because it starts with Jerry.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Goes through management, and then it bleeds into the players. And they've been this way for, 28 years, because that was the last time they won a playoff game. I mean, well, a playoff game that mattered, i.e. the Super Bowl.
You know
what? They haven't.
And
it was 1995. These.
I know.
These players weren't even alive when that happened.
I just don't understand. For me, it's the fan base. It's like talking to a child.
It is. It's worse than talking to a child.
You're a hater, and because hate would imply jealousy. You have nothing that I want, first of all. And then also y'all are nothing but problematic,
Once again, exemplary of America.
Yeah.
They deserve to be called America's team.
I'm gonna start calling the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna start calling them January 6th. That's what they're.
Oh. Damn.
Yep. Chaotic, dysfunctional.
With some horns on for no reason. Shirt off, painted, yes.
Painted, frat boyish.
Spreading feces across somebody's desk. Yeah, all of that.
You are not wrong.
Trash.
I'm dead.
That is the quote of the night.
You are not wrong.
January 6th? No, what day? No, that's the team.
The Dallas conspirators.
They are. And it's funny because the fan base will always come like you said, everybody is hating on Dallas. No one's hating on a team that hasn't won a championship. They haven't even won the conference title
in a generation.
2.
Yeah, 30 years, 2 generations.
2 generations.
So you know what? I don't feel bad. Last time I watched the Cowboys, they were good because the last quarterback I remember was Troy Aikman.
Oh, well, there you go.
Girl.
Golden years. Yeah. Troy, Emmitt Smith, Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Way before those two. That was way before those two.
That's what I grew up hearing that name in my house.
Gosh, Billy White Shoes Johnson.
Also, everybody don't need a podcast. I'm sorry.
Well, unfortunately, every athlete in every sports league in this country has a podcast.
No.
Literally.
I hate the proliferation of podcasts, man. It's so many people out here with nothing to say and a whole lot of people to listen to them say nothing.
And sometimes people pay for it.
True.
Like, what's that one group that they've got a podcast that apparently they tour and people go pay to see their shows? I'm like, for real? What are y'all doing?
Passport Bros?
No, not them.
Okay.
Not Wilding Out.
Let's see if we can find their
podcast.
I would really go see Shits and Giggles because they funny. Fuad and James out of Great Britain.
They are
those
hilarious.
2 dudes are funny as hell.
Yeah. I would hang with them.
So yeah,
and either one of them might could get it.
Why not both?
I mean, it's a Friday.
It's the holidays.
Sharing is caring. Spread the love. Spread the joy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. But
and now we're here.
Y'all, we make this show. I'm telling you, it's great. Because we're silly.
Naturally.
She never gave us microphones.
So how is everyone feeling about their teams thus far at this point of the season, now that we're at the end of October?
It's
the Savannah Bananas. I love them.
we know you love the Savannah Bananas, ma'am.
Man, just go ahead on and give the division to Tampa Bay.
No.
Somebody down there might have a disagreement with that.
I refuse to concede that.
I mean, y'all did just beat Tampa Bay.
The Falcons?
Wait, what was that, Joy?
Who's going to stand in their way?
I mean, they did just beat Tampa Bay on Sunday.
We just beat Tampa Bay, so currently we're in the way.
Falcons won a game?
You know what? Don't do that.
This hard? Like that?
Don't do that.
The Falcons are 4-3.
Don't do that.
They have a winning record.
They're 4-3.
Don't do that, Joy. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
Here we go.
I got the red sweater on and everything. I'm here.
I'm just saying, if you're really gonna be a hater, you need to be in some black and gold.
That was unnecessary.
Nobody hates like the Saints. The Saints have taken it to a whole nother level.
If you're gonna hate, you need to be in some black and gold.
The Saints, or you talk about a championship.
I'm good.
Championship haters. It's fun when they come to town because as soon as they cross the Alabama-Georgia border, they start talking shit. It's great.
No, that starts on the bus ride up here.
Right.
Driving in the car. That starts over the second line. That's right.
It's great. I love the Saints fans.
That's another thing. But I don't like them damn Cowboys. They took their ass down in New Orleans like 3 or 4 years ago, and they fans were so-called second lining on Bourbon Street. I said, "Oh, y'all get shot if you want to.
Yeah,
do that again."
Mm-mm.
And you know what they look like? What's the Legion Hall? Those members walking them down the street with their little. That's what they were doing.
Oh, the 501 Legion.
Yeah, like, it was like, what are y'all doing? You're not second lining. You literally have a banner and you're walking, and nobody's second lines on Bourbon. There was another reason why I didn't like them. I'm sorry, I had a moment.
No,
it's okay.
Carry on.
It's okay.
Perfectly fine. Look,
I apologize to you, Furious. I did not know that your Falcons beat Tampa Bay. That is.
I mean. Again,
I don't follow football. That's what I give you time to talk shit on nothing about.
I make no foolishness about my team. I know what my team is, but it's not like my team is.
United is here for you. When you're ready to make a change in your life.
Not too late to pick a new room.
Pray on it.
Look, y'all can be in an open relationship.
Don't let this one move in. You think they've changed. They haven't changed. They haven't done the work. They haven't been to therapy. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this kind of abuse. They just
in a minute on my end, it's gonna be Qiana, fix my team. Where is that bitch? Where's she at? She quit? She not working no more.
Oh, she's still working.
Beloved, your team is trash.
But as far as the podcast thing goes, I found it. It's called Tonight's Conversation.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, I know.
Like, what I don't understand is
of that.
It's about, let me see, how many of them is it? It's a rotating cast of about 7 or 8 people. Mm-hmm. And the majority of their discussions are this topic, man versus woman. Or topic, man versus woman.
I've seen this on Instagram. I recognize the guy with the beard and the okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It might as well be a Passport Bros podcast.
But I bring them up because why am I paying to watch them? What have you done to?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
they have an audience. Mostly 20-somethings.
How did they get the audience? Because everything associated with them, other than the YouTube clips, you got to pay to watch it. So how did they get their audience?
Wow.
But the 20-somethings that watch them are part, because they're none of them I don't think are 30.
I don't think so either.
I don't think any of them are 30, maybe late 20s. So the audience they attract are pretty much in their same age range, from anywhere between 20 and 30. Commonality, they speak to a certain segment of the population who lives a similar lifestyle and has similar relationship values, if you want to call them relationship values.
I'm with you on all of that, but again, I go back to the thing of what have they done to make me pay to watch their show?
Because they co-sign the BS that a lot of them live by.
They've done nothing to make you pay because you are not their target audience.
Oh, of course
and
not.
A lot of times what will happen is they'll have free content until they get so many followers, and then when they get sponsorship and followers or whatever, they'll go to a pay-to-play platform and scrub everything else from the internet so that you can't find it all for free.
Yeah, because the first time I saw a clip of theirs, I was like, oh, let me go see who this is, because I like seeing Black people have good discussions. That's
how they get you.
And I was like, oh shit, I gotta pay for this. Next.
But also the discussions aren't good or healthy.
The clips are really interesting though. You're probably right
pull
about
you in with a tagline of some sort.
Yep.
That's how I got caught up. But if you start listening to more than 5 minutes, you're like, what is this hotepish? What's going on?
I'm glad I was never that stupid at that age.
God.
But yeah, no,
they just stupid.
But no, that was the thing that popped up when we were talking about everybody having a podcast and whatnot. And I'm like, everybody does not need a podcast. No. I will say I like the athletes having because again, I go back to Marshawn and I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Mm-hmm.
If Marshawn would have had a podcast in those days where he could have told his version of the events that the media screwed up the way that they did, I think that would have been an interesting show to listen to. Whether it would have been good or not, I don't know, but it would have been interesting.
Absolutely.
I agree. It's all about not just who the person is, but the topics, of course, right? And do you have the personality to draw people in? Just because you play ball don't mean we need you to talk.
Right.
For more than 5 nanoseconds. Please shut up. Like, I love sports podcasts about sports psychology.
Ooh.
And bringing in athletes and really talking about their mental health and what they go through, like how to avoid crowd noise, stuff like that. But you need people who are going to bring you in and keep you captivated and engaged in those conversations. Like, I'm all about, the shits and giggles and the fun of it, but stuff like that. And then, like you said, for Marshawn to have an actual platform to express himself and talk about his feelings, I feel like that's what's important. All this other stuff, you just contributing to the dumb that stereotype of athletes.
Yeah.
You're just dumb, or this is a pretty face, or just a handsome face, or whatever that throws a ball on Sunday. It's got to be an even balance with it.
Yeah,
right. Absolutely.
Good point.
I still need to watch that Marshawn sit down with Shannon Sharp from Club Shay
I
Shay.
haven't watched it
Dude,
yet.
I've not watched the entire thing. I've only
Okay.
various clips, but I have not seen the entire hour plus sit down.
Yeah. His show is the man is I never saw much of his when he was on ESPN. The bulk of what I've seen of Shannon Sharp and his interviewing have always just been through clips. But watching the Club Shay Shay show, the man knows what he's doing. He does his own work.
Yeah, he's definitely good.
Yeah, he's an excellent interviewer. And those shows are great, especially when he brings out his I forget what kind of liquor he's got, but when he brings out his branded liquor and they start drinking, it gets really interesting.
Oh, that's funny. Because Shannon Sharp is a national treasure. I adore him. For the similar reasons that I adore Marshawn is that Shannon, you're gonna get what you get.
Yep.
And I don't remember the point because he wasn't always like that, but at some point he decided, F it, I'm gonna be me, and started cutting up on ESPN, and their viewership went up.
Yeah.
And they let him keep cutting up until he left. But yeah, he's fun to watch, and he is smart. Yeah. And a platform like his, Shannon can speak to athletes in a way that someone who hasn't lived their life will never understand him.
Yep.
You know, like if Shannon had his podcast or his show when Marshawn was still playing, I think Marshawn would have done his show because Shannon was going to understand him. Can you imagine the way that Marshawn talks now, because people kind of get it, or they'll figure it out if they don't get it? Can you imagine him talking to a sheltered white interviewer saying something like, you got to count your chickens? They'd have been talking about how he was rambling, maybe he's on drugs and blah, 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 all this other conjecture. Shannon be like, word, dog, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Because last week in my mama house, you know, it's going to be a whole different vibe. And again, this is why representation matters at every level. And this is what makes for better entertainment and ultimately more money in the pockets of the people that actually own all these channels, is to put people on that give the viewership something that they can really relate to, and something that matters, and something that is at some point energizing, uplifting, you know. Anyway, I'm done for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yes, right. If you haven't watched Club Shay Shay, definitely go watch the man's show. It is damn good. Yeah, because the last one I saw was the one he did with Dion when Dion was still coaching at Jackson State. Yeah, that was the last one I watched. So yeah, that was a good one too. Is that the one when Shannon was clowning Dion about his toes? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that Shannon's like, yeah, no, I'm clowning you about this on the show. Mm-hmm.
As he should.
Yeah.
There's also that level of it is a white guy can't clown Dion like that.
Nope.
I don't care how cool you are. Shannon can do it because there's a level of expected trust and respect that goes along. Like when we all used to clown Denzel for those dentures he had and started calling him Uncle Denzel, it was nothing but love. But everybody can't just do that. He was mad at us, and we were like, we don't care if you're mad, Uncle Denzel. Show butt to you, bro. You never took that picture. You know, but he knows that we love him. We will always adore him, but we're gonna clown him.
Yeah.
It's love.
Yeah, for that cowboy movie he did on Netflix.
Oh, is that what it was for?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
what was. Do you remember the name of it?
I do not.
I'll look it up later.
Because I remember when that all happened, he was at because he showed up that way to a boxing match or whatever, and that's when the photo went viral. Him there. Yeah. So yeah. But it was for whatever cowboy movie he was doing. I can't remember if it went straight to Netflix or it was actually in theaters. But yeah, Magnificent Seven. It was the Magnificent Seven remake.
The remake.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he had all those big ass veneers in for.
Gotcha.
So yeah, anybody got anything else before we get out of here? Since we are close to time. Nobody? Nothing at all?
Oh.
Whoever your local team is, go support your local team.
I mean, I do support my local team.
No, James, you do not support your local team.
You sure do not.
I said local. I said local team.
Oh.
Listen.
You don't live in Philadelphia, James.
Move.
Damn.
But hold on, wait a minute. I'm local, and Philly's my team, so it counts.
No,
James.
The geography is not geography, and it's just not.
That math ain't mapping.
My degree is math, not geography, so screw that.
All of it.
And that's what's wrong with the American educational system, right there.
You are America's college graduate.
Look, I can identify other countries and states on a map, unlike most Americans.
Africa is not a country.
Africa is a continent.
My God.
I know that. I was messing with you.
But
You missed all my jokes tonight. I'm done with you. That's why we broke up. You know.
And on that note,
wow.
#Black Love.
Oh my God.
I can't stand Joy.
I can't stand
Joy is horrible, but we love her anyway. And she knows she's horrible.
If you or a loved one
you've been abused by Joy Stevens, you too may be entitled to compensation.
Run me my coins.
Right? Have you been on a date with Joy Stevens and she hurt your feelings? You may be entitled to compensation.
I will say this. This is off topic. I'm sorry. I have to say this. Joy literally has the best storytelling skills ever in life. As she told us a story about a date gone wrong and she wanted to stab the man in his eye with a number 2 pencil.
Oh my God. That's one of the main reasons why Joy may not follow sports, but Joy is great on a sports podcast.
Absolutely.
I felt that in my heart. Not just any pencil.
Number 2 pencil.
Number 2 pencil.
Stab in the eye.
Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And on that note, we will see you all next month, as we are now officially on Wednesdays going forward.
Welcome back, Joy.
Yay,
everybody being here. So I wish everyone's sports team success until next time when we get together, and we will see you all soon.
Call me Marshawn.
Please call her. Please.
Wakanda forever.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will.
If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then, when they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves a republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.
So if you put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course, versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course, cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. The work of all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.